So it's come to my attention with a lot of questions and feedback that a lot of you guys are looking to move to Vietnam and live long term, and you're trying to find the best spot to live so you can enjoy a better life than where you are now, but not have to suffer through the third world status that you would typically get through Vietnam. I know I talk a lot lately about the negatives of Vietnam, but as you might see as a negative, I see as just a reality of what Vietnam truly is. And this is something important to know about a country. If you're going to move to this country, you should understand the goods. But you should also understand what's negative about it so you can be prepared for such things. So today I'm going to break down some of the basics of actually living out here in Da Nang. And that's going to include the cost of living, the bills, transportation, the food, your health. And this includes fitness, going to the gym and stuff of that nature. And also we're going to talk about the entertainment. And then I'm going to give you a finalization at the end of the video of what your total cost of living will be living out here in Da Nang. So with that being said, let's get into it with the number one thing that everybody's always looking at: accommodations and where you live. Now, when it comes to accommodations, there is a range. I told you I'm gonna give you the real prices, but I'm gonna give you the ranges too. You're looking right about $300 to $400. This gets you like your traditional 1 or 2 bedroom condo within a bigger building. Some apartments include furniture, some of them don't. When it comes to your power bill, I'm paying right about $35 a month. It can get up to about $50 to $70 if you're using AC a lot. And when it comes to the water bill, it can be between $3 to $7. Now, when it comes to drinking water, you're going to be ordering separate water. So when I talk about your water bill, this is talking more about washing your dishes, taking a shower, flushing the toilet, taking a bath, stuff like that. This isn't drinking water. The water though, you're looking at a 5-liter like jug of water. It can run you between $3 to $7. When it comes to internet, the internet is an interesting one. If you're paying month to month at your house, you're looking at about like $7 to $12 a month. This gets you about 25 to 50 megabytes up and down. If you're going to be here at least 6 months, this is my little hack number 2 for you, is pay for the year. When you pay for the year, you get 2 months free typically. You get a free modem. You get free installation. Everything's paid for, and you pay up front. When you do this, your monthly internet bill, when you divide out the 14 months worth of it, it comes out to like $6, $7 a month. I never get the money back. I've actually tried a few times. I just can't. They don't. And part of the contract is you sacrifice this. So if you don't use the full year of service, then what's your problem? So do keep that one in mind. Pay for the year if you're going to be here at least 6 months. If you're going to be less than 6 months, just pay month to month, or just pay a little extra on your cell phone plan and just have more data. You don't typically need a lot of internet speed unless you're uploading YouTube videos, you're doing a lot of heavy workloaded type of works. If not, you can just go to a coffee shop and you should be okay. Now, when it comes to going to these coffee shops, going to these beaches, you're going to need transportation. Transportation comes in a few ways. Obviously, you can take a taxi. If you're going to do that, use the Grab app. Never just walk into a taxi blindly and trust them. Most taxis out here will cheat you, they'll scam you, and it won't be obvious either. I know a lot of people have these hacks on YouTube videos on how to prevent it. Look at the meter, make sure it's doing this or that. You're not going to win. So if you are going to use taxi service, get a Grab. It's $1 to $3, pretty much anywhere in the city that you go. Now, if you want to get your own transportation, you want a bike, you're looking between, give or take, I own my bike, I'll get into that in a second, but you're looking between like $30 to $50 a month. You're looking at the Airblades, you're looking at the Exciter bikes, you're looking at the Honda Winter X bikes. These are the expensive bikes. These are the premier motorbikes. The $20 to $30, you're typically getting like a Yamaha Nova. I do not recommend getting these bikes if they're under a Nova 3. They break all the time and you're responsible for these maintenance fees. This also includes a bike called the Honda Vision. This is an awesome bike. If you can get a Honda Vision for like $30, $35 a month, get it. It's actually a killer deal. It's a great bike. Now, I said earlier that I own my bike. If you're going to buy a motorbike costs in cash $1,200 to $2,300 to just own the bike outright. If you're going to be out here for more than, I would say like 7-8 months, just buy the bike. My Airblade, I think it cost me like right about $1,800. And then I bought a Honda Winter when they first came out in Vietnam. I think this was like 2019. I paid $45 million for that bike, which came out to right about $2,100. And I owned the bikes. I ran them for like 2 years, and then I sold them for like between 25 to 35 million each. So I got my money back. It was a massive investment. It returned a profit REI. And the Airblade, I drove all over Vietnam. It had like 50,000 kilometers on it the time I sold it. That's insane for 5 years. Now, when it comes to the food, this is a big one that it always comes up. What does it cost to eat in Vietnam? Vietnam is typically pretty cheap. You're looking between $1 to $3 for a meal if you're going out in town, go to a restaurant. The most expensive stuff is pho. It's about $2 to $2.50, $3 per bowl. A lot of Vietnamese don't even order pho because it costs too much. It's commercial food. It's like going to Thailand and eating pad thai. Pad thai is not even real Thai food. It's just a Western food, you know. And pho is starting to become that. So what a lot of Vietnamese do is they buy bun bò hiếu, or they'll get some kind of like bún chả, some kind of a mix of that. So you can get all of these. Bun bò hiếu is a lot cheaper. It's like $1.50. I believe it is. It's very cheap. Everything else, like rice dishes and stuff like that, between $1 to $3. You'll get rice, vegetable, and like some chicken or beef or something like that. And then if you're getting a drink, it's like $1 for a Coke. Markets are a great way to go. You go to a traditional Vietnamese street market. It is a little dirty, but you're typically looking at like maybe about $20, $25 for a week or two's worth of food. You can get a lot of food for $20. So if you do go that route, you'll do that. Now, if you are concerned about how food is managed, Da Nang is a much better city when it comes to food markets, as in how food is prepped and whatnot. But you still have Vietnamese going around playing with all the meat, and then they go and start playing with all the fruit. So you can just go to a grocery store. And this is where food is maintained better. It's usually saran wrap, so Vietnamese can't go in there poking at all the food and like playing with the meat. Now, if you do want to stay home, but you want this takeout food and stuff like that, your second option is the taxi app again, Grab. You can order food for takeaway. This typically runs between $5 to $20 depending on what you're getting. The $20 is like Domino's pizza kind of stuff. Vietnamese food runs between like $5, $7 a plate. So when it comes to gyms, you're looking at about $30 a month for a membership. There is a place out here called California Fitness. It can run about $50 to $55 a month. If you pay for the year, it gets down to about $30, $35 total. And these are very modern gyms. They have everything you see at a 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness back in the US. So what I personally do is I get resistance bands, and I do a lot of my work at home, and I also go to the beaches and the park over here. And the reason for that is because a lot of these parks have gym equipment on them. So if you put together that gym equipment plus the resistance bands, you can get a serious workout done outside in public for free. Now, when it comes to the entertainment, this is the big one everyone's looking at. What is entertainment today? What does that even mean? A lot of people think happy endings. A lot of people think going to the night market. Some people think going to a cinema. We have all that out here. If you're going to like the busy areas, like the tourist areas, your beers are going to run between $1 to $3. Food's usually $2 to $4. It is it's a little bit expensive. I'd say like 20% more expensive, but you are in a tourist area, so expect it, right? If you go to the beach, there's a lot of like parasailing. You can get out there and do some body surfing. And finally, things like massages. I think massages in Da Nang are awesome. I do it once a month. It runs between $2 to $10 an hour, depending on what you're doing. If you're just doing a basic foot massage, a couple dollars. If you're doing a full body massage, it can be between like $10, like I said, but it could get up to like $20, $25, depending how far you take it. And I'm not talking about happy endings. I'm talking about doing like the hair cleaning massage and the oil Thai massages. Like if you get that deep with it, which I suggest you do this every couple months, it can get a little more expensive. I think that really does the total cost of living and what it costs to go today. So let me break it down for you real quick. If you're an average person coming out here, your rent's gonna run you about $500 a month on average. Your monthly utility, power bills and whatnot, you're looking at about $50 a month. Your motorbike, I'm assuming you're probably gonna get a nicer bike. You're not gonna come out here getting a clunker. So you're looking at about $50 a month on that. Your food, you're looking at about $200 a month. And finally, any extras. You're going to the beer, you're going to the bars, you're going to a massage parlor, you're going out and playing tennis at the basketball court or something like that. You're looking at like an extra $200 a month. So in total, you're looking at right about $900 to $1,000 a month to live in Da Nang comfortably. And obviously, you can raise this bar quite high. When you hear people talk about where to go in Vietnam, it is Da Nang. This is the best spot to be. It's the cleanest. It's got a mix of Vietnamese culture, but not enough to piss you off. It's got a lot of Western, Russian, French culture, which is enough to make you feel like this is suitable and comfortable, but not enough to where you feel like you're no longer in Vietnam. And on top of that, the pollution, the honking, the noise, the karaoke, the air pollution, all this stuff is very minimal out here. It's one of the best spots to go. So hopefully this video was more of a positive aspect. I know a lot of you guys have been saying, hey, David, why are you so negative about Vietnam? I don't hate Vietnam. I love Vietnam with a passion. I have a lot of reasons to love it, but I'm also a realist. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you things that you want to hear. So you look at my next video that's somewhere up here. I want you to come out here and enjoy your stay and see Vietnam for what it is. It's a beautiful and amazing country, but it's going to have some sideline issues that are going to test your limits. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. I will see you again.